Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Bench Time. I'm Tyler. This is Ben. And we're going to do a little recap of Week 1, fresh off the womb of being in NFL motherhood.
It is blessed to be here. I am blessed to be here. We are all blessed to be in the presence.
I'm excited to do this. I've been waiting a whole, 3 hours for this.
Dude, it has been insane. Week 1 weekend. We are so ready to recap it with you guys. I mean, starting it off, it was absolutely insane with the Thursday night fiasco with Dallas and Philly.
Dude,
and
perfect way to start the season.
It was a great game. Dallas played great, honestly. Dak literally looked top 5, top 10. He was putting...
He looked all right.
Yeah.
I mean, they got all the weapons there, but, I mean, at first it looked like it was going to be a shootout. And then that weather happened, and then there's lightning in the area. So then the game stopped for like an hour, and then they went back in, and it was kind of just a defensive outing from there. But I like a division matchup to start the season. A lot of people aren't too happy about the division games Week 1, but, dude, why? Those are always pound for pound.
I mean,
best games.
No better way to get into the first week of the season than playing your division rival and duking it out, and then you're taking massive duking it outs on each other, and the next thing you know, boom, you're already ready to go for the next 17 weeks of the season, because it's just like we already started fast and physical. So I'm with the division games anytime.
Some teams are playing back-to-back division games. We'll get to that later.
Crazy.
All right. I guess we'll talk about Friday. Sao Paulo. We lost, obviously. Worthy got hurt, and that really just derailed everything. Shouldn't be an excuse, though. Hollywood came in with 10 for 99. Too bad it wasn't 100. But we did not have an identity at all, it felt like, besides maybe the fourth quarter. But that identity was Patrick Mahomes, of course, like always. Another thing is we just kind of look bland. There's nothing different.
No.
I felt like I was watching the same team from last year.
I agree.
It feels like stagnant in a way.
Yeah.
There's no motion. It just feels like we just dusted off the playbook and went at it again, not really taking advantage of players we have on the field and opportunities that we had that we just fumbled on.
So, I mean, do you think that the Chiefs can have success from here until we see Rashee Rice come back with that wide receiver room that you have right now, riddled with injuries? Do you think the Chiefs can sustain a good enough record to Week 6? Week 7?
I mean, I want to say yes, but realistically, we got the Eagles and their secondary.
It's tough schedule to start the season. It's tough schedule every
Yeah. I think we play the Jaguars the week after, but then we play the Ravens. I mean, it's a tough. I can't think of the last two without Rashee Rice, and I don't even know how long Worthy's going to be out. I'm hoping that Worthy and Rice come back at the same time. In a perfect world.
Perfect world, yeah.
So to answer your question, through Week 6, no. I don't think we'll have really good success. I think we're going to struggle a little bit.
Right.
It's going to be close games. It's going to be run games that no one wants to see. Just a bunch of running the ball.
I think that's going
to... with Mahomes, too.
It's going to help them out so much more if they just get the damn run going, you know?
Having Pacheco and Hunt with 5 carries is not acceptable.
Can't do that. You can't do that.
Can't do that. It's Week 1 and you're already giving up on the run game.
And they weren't even relatively out of the game at that point whenever they stopped running the football. They were still very much in the game. I mean, It was only like a 7-10 point game.
Yeah.
The whole time.
And then our defense has to look better than it did, too.
Yeah, no.
I mean, we got carried by our defense the last couple of years, but we didn't. Friday, that's for sure. So
is that back end secondary missing Justin Reed pretty well right now?
I am, that's for sure. I think so. I mean, Reed and Spags, they were homies, and not only did Spags keep the defense held in check and together, but Reed did his part in the secondary to take the load off a little bit of Spags. I mean, Justin Reed's IQ is insane, and I wish we didn't get rid of him to the Saints, where all Chiefs players go.
Yeah.
But
literally,
it is what it is. I think if we picked up Justin Simmons, that would be really cool.
Yeah,
yes, he's old and not as good as he was, but he's still got that IQ that we need.
He's got some veteran leadership going into that locker room. I mean, that's what that back end's missing, because it went from Matthew to Justin Reed, and now it's like there's nobody in that back end that's really leading those guys.
Yeah, we got
back
Chris
there.
Jones, we got Bolton, and then in the secondary, it's maybe McDuffie that's that leader, but he's not.
I mean, he's a superstar corner, but he's
not there yet.
Yeah.
All right. So, moving on. The Cardinals at the Saints.
Cardinals win a barn burner here with the Saints. Honestly, the Saints.
Saints defense still good.
Saints defense forever still will be good for some reason. Spencer Rattler looked as good as he could be for a Saints team. Other than that,
he looked pretty solid.
We saw Chris Olave enter the blue tent once again. That's how you know we're back to football, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
But you got to think here, Kyler played with diarrhea going on. That's very unfortunate for a young little man like that.
Yeah, he starts running, it's game over.
Yeah, I mean, one hit and he's Hershey squirting all over the field.
When you're sliding past the first, you're feeling you're going to burst.
Oh, God.
That's what he was thinking every time.
I was ready for that game to be over.
But hey, Kyler still got it through, and he had a pretty solid game. 2 tuds, no turnovers.
Marvin Harrison Jr. looked good.
Yeah, they were connecting.
I felt like I was watching Larry Fitzgerald on the field running around catching balls, so it was really cool.
You think the Cardinals can make the playoffs? If Kyler shows what he can do?
Honestly,
Marvin and that connection grows, and their defense is decent enough.
And that division isn't anything.
Don't forget about Trey McBride.
The division isn't anything super crazy where they could get that second seed, find their way into the playoffs at like 10-7, 9-8. It just depends how bad the NFC is. I could see it. I mean, I'm talk about it every year, and we're always so hopeful. I'm ready for Arizona to finally take that next step and finally get into the playoffs.
Yes.
I mean, it looked like that for the first couple years.
And then make the playoffs at 11 or 9-8 or 10-7 or whatever.
They need to take that
and then
next
first
step.
round exit. Yeah, they need to launch. They need to show this year that they are capable of making the playoffs, and it starts with Kyler. If Kyler can show that week to week, he's that dude.
It's just consistency. As long as he stays healthy and consistent, keeps going along, they're going to find a way into the playoffs. He was
semi-healthy Sunday, but he's still good. So all right, moving on to another barn burner, literally, with the Dolphins and the Colts. There's a sigh there because I bet a lot on the Dolphins. So we'll just forget about that part.
This game hurts.
But was this game a fluke game for the Dolphins and the Colts? Was it a Daniel Jones fluke game? Because he went off. He had like almost 300 yards, I think, or maybe a little over. It was pretty. 2 rushing touchdowns and a throwing touchdown. I mean,
it literally.
And he scored. He took them. They scored every drive.
Yeah, I think it was literally probably his best full first snap of the game to the end, last snap of the game.
I'd agree.
Full game.
Yeah,
he played, and I think that's the best I've seen Daniel Jones ever play. I think the Colts team, honestly, is pretty balanced. I think this might not be a fluke. I think Daniel Jones possibly could land himself in Indianapolis and start next year for him. Possibly. I think Anthony Richardson is really at the edge of his door right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They give him so many opportunities, but he's somebody who didn't play more than 20 games in his whole entire career before coming to the pros. I want him to succeed, but that's
not looking good right now.
It's not the place for him to be doing it.
Yeah. I'm kind of a little opposite, but it's hard with the Dolphins. I do think that was a Colts fluke game. I don't think they're going to be much this year. But were the Dolphins just that bad too, or
I think the
was
Dolphins.
it a Dolphins fluke game?
I think the Dolphins could be that bad. Unfortunately, Tua looked absolutely shocked back there, but that O-line is so abysmal.
He had good protection, though. That's the thing. He had good protection Sunday, and he was still not making accurate passes at all.
When he had the time to throw, it was not on the money whatsoever. And when the time he didn't, he was still somehow turning the ball over.
Yeah.
Tua turned the ball over is back.
He's back, folks.
He's freaking back, and it's God, man. I also learned
the hopes are high for the Colts. They're low on the Dolphins, but I think that's going to slowly flip.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Tua was actually a right-handed was actually right-handed, and his dad forced him to play left-handed.
I believe this was a topic of last year.
Really?
Yes.
Well, we're coming back to it.
We're coming back.
Hey, that's called backtrack, and we're here for it.
We're just got to let you know.
Because I know you didn't listen.
Deep down right-handed.
I know you didn't listen. Because you would have dropped some in the comments and said, you already said this last year. No, you wouldn't have.
So you wouldn't have.
Let's lock in.
All right. So, yeah, moving on from that one. We got the Raiders going in New England and winning. What?
Winning.
They won? That was my reaction. Were we a little too hype on the Patriots? Is everyone a little too hype on the Patriots?
I think it's week one. I think Vrabel are going to get them boys right. I think we just got to give time, and they got to get through. I think about 3 or 4 weeks, find their identity on offense. Hopefully, have Travion Henderson running that football because that's going to be their best bet on the ground.
Yeah, can't.
I think they'll be right. I think that they'll figure it out. I think we might be a little too high on them, but this team, I think, is still going to find a way to win 7, 8, possibly 9 games.
I think so, too. I mean, everyone knows week one is a doozy.
Absolutely.
And both teams are new. New coaches. One is a new quarterback. One's still developing. So I think it was more of I wasn't expecting the Raiders to just kind of go in there and win. Seems like the Raiders, it would take them a couple weeks to get their things together. I thought the Patriots were going to go right out there. And
that defense.
Drake May threw it 46 times.
Yeah.
And you would not know that unless someone said, hey, did you know in the game where, there's only like one touchdown and he had none of them, Drake May threw 46 times?
I would be... Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, no, that 46 times is insane, especially for a team that literally scored only 10 points. But Geno, they literally the Raiders put all their trust into Geno, and it definitely paid off. He played as well of as a game manager game as he could. JSN looked absolutely good in that wide receiver 1 role over DK. I mean, he tore it up. He had about 9 catches for something for the 130, 150. I don't know.
Wait, the Seahawks?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God. I don't know why I was so off track with the Raiders there.
I was like, wait, JSN is on the Raiders?
Yeah. My God.
Oh, can you imagine?
That would be insane. Yeah.
I don't want to think about
I totally got. I was thinking of probably Brock Bowers instead or something. Jeez.
His knee got hurt. Yeah.
That was pretty rough.
Yeah, I guess we'll see with both the Raiders and Patriots if that was just a week one fluke again, I guess. Steelers and the Jets. Revenge game for both quarterbacks. This was probably game of the week prior to Sunday night.
Yeah.
Lots of good games, but this game was the best game of the year for about 5 hours.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
The Steelers won 34-32.
It was a barn burner.
Off of a Boswell 60-yard field goal.
That was a beautiful moment to watch, honestly. That 60-yard field goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, had 4 touchdowns.
He's back.
He's back.
This is vintage Aaron Rodgers stuff you're watching. He's going to play this last season as hard as possible. They will be in the playoffs. They will probably try to make a run.
Do you think this was a playoff preview? A little pee-pee?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. So not the Jets.
I think they could go to playoffs, but I'm saying that they won't match up again this season. I don't see it for some reason. But the Jets, very good. I mean, good job, Justin Fields, playing literally probably one of his best games of his NFL career. I mean, he looked like a passer and a runner, and it looked like he was back at Ohio State, and it looked insane. So,
dude, I forgot about the Garrett Wilson and Justin Fields connection.
Totally forgot that they decided. But yeah, the Jets with Garrett Wilson and Justin Fields being, at Ohio State that never clicked at all, because Justin Fields was in the NFL for, it feels like, a while longer than Garrett Wilson was, but that's not really the case.
Yeah. I think if these teams were in the NFC, it's playoff preview. But the AFC, good luck with both of these teams trying to make it in. So
yeah, it's going to be a busy.
The Steelers' defense did not defense too, and that's what they're known for. And is Rodgers going to have that kind of game every year? So there's still.
You're not expecting 32 points to come out of the Jets against the Steelers week 1. You just don't expect them to score 32 points on you.
So we'll see.
Next up, New York Giants at Washington. This was really kind of a slow game.
This game was boring.
It was really boring to watch, and Russell Wilson played just about as well as you thought he would for the Giants. So, do we think the Commanders are going to be as good as last year from what we saw in week 1?
No.
I don't think so either.
I think it's because I think their team is too old.
Yeah.
I think that's a thing. Yes, it's nice to have, an older player or someone in the team, but
yeah.
You got Debo that's on there, Bobby Wagner. Those are 2 key pieces 5 years ago. And Debo did do good. But I just think age is going to become a factor at some point this season, and I don't see them ripping off 12 wins again. Mm-mm. Maybe 10.
No, especially with 10. I think with how well Dallas played in their first game shows that they might even have a chance. I think they probably take a game or 2 from Washington, honestly.
And their schedule's harder.
Oh yeah,
than last year.
Yeah, they're going to be
playing. Was easy.
They're going to have to play all the second seeds that were in all the other NFC conferences. So it's going to be a tough year for Washington. And you got the sophomore slump with basically every quarterback ever that's happened. So
I think the Giants should put Jackson Dart in now, but it won't be until I think week 4 or 6 or something in between the lines of there. But I don't know. I think he should be put in now. What do you think?
I would say that he's going to get started pretty fast. He's going to get started probably sooner than later, from what I'm thinking, is because, first off, for him to already jump.
Oh, no.
I'm surprised nothing broke on that.
Honestly, yeah.
I thought the only thing I thought was that's broken.
I don't know how that bobblehead stayed alive. That's because it's Patrick Mahomes. That's why. In a Royals uniform. With a gold chain.
Doesn't make sense.
And a red glove. Yeah, that's right. Did you know in baseball there's something better than a gold glove? The red glove. And only Patrick Mahomes has that.
You have to kill a man for it using the glove. That's why it's red.
We don't need to resort to killing. That did not happen. Okay.
Jackson Dart will start sooner than later, just for the fact that he is quarterback 2 and jumped over Jameis Winston. I mean, that just kind of shows that they're ready. They're ready. They liked what they saw in the preseason. Yeah. I think you will see him If Russell plays, I think they're going to give Russell 4 weeks, 1 month, and if he doesn't show anything worthy in those 4 weeks, he's out of there. He's going to be back up.
Which he won't. I don't know why the Giants are trying to do like the whole Alex Smith, Patrick Mahomes thing. It sounds like, but the Giants organization's too stupid. And halfway through the season, they're like, you know what? We have to get some wins for our fans or some stupid reason. So.
It's like how the Patriots kind of felt about Drake May last year. They were like, all right, well, we got to start doing something. So let's just throw the 20-year-old in there and see what happens.
Yeah, who cares?
All right, now let's move on to Carolina and Jacksonville, which was kind of a snooze fest. Both quarterbacks did not look that good. Bryce Young, didn't expect much from there, but Trevor Lawrence getting Travis Hunter would have expected a lot more.
Yeah,
out of the number 1 overall pick, that is over a $50 million man now, which, in my opinion, doesn't add up to me whatsoever, because he's only had 1 playoff win, which was because of Brandon Staley's terrible judgment. And I'm not going to discredit him. He played great in that second half, but that first half he threw 3 picks. It was a terrible game. But he's not worth $50 million a year. He's not
he gets
the best.
Paid more than Mahomes.
Yeah, he's not the best quarterback since Peyton Manning to be drafted number 1 overall. Honestly, at this point, it's probably Baker because of the way he's playing. He's got 85 touchdowns and 8,500 yards in 2 seasons. So,
yeah,
I would say Baker's more deserving of that title of a generational talent.
If I'm a Jags fan, you're probably getting brainwashed by thinking Trevor Lawrence is good, but dude, literally put Justin Fields in there. You would definitely be more excited.
Yeah.
Put any they need a mobile quarterback, and yes, Trevor Lawrence is mobile, but he's not at the same time. I mean, he was in college, but now even when he tries to go mobile, it just looks awkward. So I don't think he's generational as everyone says. I think Trevor Lawrence needs to prove it this year, or if he doesn't, the Jags need to trade him nowhere because I don't think a lot of teams are going to want him. I can see maybe a handful.
Yeah,
especially
honestly,
with that $50 million price tag when it's $40 million, maybe $35.
The Colts will find a reason to bring him in for some reason.
Okay, yeah, that works. Or the Giants, but they just got dark. So
the Saints.
But
yeah, that was the Jacksonville game. That was delayed. So cool.
All right. The Bengals went to Cleveland in the Poop City, and it was a poop game. Man, they won by a point, 17-16. Their O-line looked horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I didn't think that...
It looked worse than last year. Didn't even have enough time to do anything. The defense looked actually a little bit better.
I can't lie,
But it was Joe Flacco.
It felt like I didn't watch a single Cincinnati game last year, and their defense won it for them. And they actually won them the first game of the season, which is good because Joe Burrow plays like shit in the first 2 to 3 games. And for some reason, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins both were pretty much uninvolved the entire game. So, surprising way to get it done. 17-16's nasty.
Is this a bold take or a bad take? The Bengals finish under 500.
I feel like that defense did not get that much better. I know we saw them only hold the Browns to 16 points, but it is the Browns. So I'm going to say with Joe Burrow, I'm banking he stays healthy and figures it out. Maybe they get an O-line piece. I don't know what they do. I'm going to say yes, though. But it's a very fringe line. I'm expecting 9-8.
Yeah.
10-7, probably sneaking in there. They're probably going to be the 3rd team in their division, but still possibly find their way into the playoffs.
I'm going to go with a bold take. I think they are going to finish under 500, 8-9, 7-10.
Miss out on the playoffs.
I think there's going to be a point this season where they're going to be like, maybe we just got to reset for the draft, got to get some defense, and if they're slimming into the playoffs, that's just being, 20th or more in the draft. And at that point, all the big defensive guys are gone.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I'm sure they're not just thinking for the draft. I'm just saying, I think, yes, they beat the Browns, but their schedule's tough, and I think that defense was just kind of a little fluke. I think it's still terrible. But their offense looked terrible, too. That offensive line looked worse. They couldn't get the run game going, and they play a lot of defenses this year, too. I just think there's going to be some point in the year where they just – I know Joe Burrow's going to fight and not going to let that happen, but I just don't think they can do what they did last year where their offense can carry them to a 9-8 year.
Yeah, they got to play the Steelers twice, which that defense didn't look that good, but it's going to get better.
Ravens
and then they got to
twice.
play the Ravens twice, which that defense didn't look that good in the second half. But
yeah,
they'll
all the
be better.
good defenses look bad this weekend.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It was a complete flip-flop, it felt like. All right. Tampa Bay at Atlanta. This game came down to Young Ho Koo just not getting it done, unfortunately.
No, missing a kick. And his coach threw him under the bus. Raheem Morris, who's, in my opinion, a moron. Raheem Morris was already there, and then he was gone for a reason. Why did they bring him back?
Yeah.
For what, another 7-8 in season?
Yeah.
7-10?
Can't lie. That definitely could have got a better hire in there, honestly. But the Bucks, Ibuka looked good.
Yeah. He did.
He looked like
they'll be fine without Godwin for a little bit, and then when he does come back,
it's gonna get scary.
Yeah,
that's gonna get scary.
It's gonna get scary.
But yeah, the Falcons. I think they don't have it all yet. The defense is still suspect in certain areas. I feel like they struggle still trying to get after the quarterback. They just haven't been able to do that in like 10 years, and they just haven't been able to get a guy. And they've tried everybody that they have, and they still can't find somebody who's going to be that Max Crosby or Micah Parsons or TJ Watt type player. And they keep shot after shot.
And they keep trying to improve that secondary, and that's not really working out for them either.
No. They got AJ Terrell, which honestly, besides his first couple seasons, I feel like you don't hear as much. He's still a good corner, but it's you
don't hear about him as much.
Yeah, which I guess in the corner's case is a good thing. If you're not getting talked about, that means you're doing your job.
That's true. Yeah.
But
I think it's going to be another 7-8 win for the Falcons.
I agree.
7-8 year. So the Falcons fans probably already know that too.
All right.
But as long as it's Kyle Pitts' year, and they'll tell themselves that every year.
Yep.
All right. Sorry, Falcons fans, but it's true. 49ers and the Seahawks played in a good old NFC West battle where
JSN had a really good game. We'll talk about that from earlier. He was on my fantasy team, so I guess that's why I was getting super crazed about it. But he looked like number one guy without DK there. It was, used to perfection. Once again, Sam Darnold and the blitz is just two things that will never work together. So he just, as long as you got Nick Bosa running after you, you should probably be just very terrified.
Do you think Samuel Darnold was blessed with Justin Jefferson and Kevin O'Connell? Do you think that was just kind of a...
I think I would say absolutely yes. I think any quarterback is blessed with Kevin O'Connell and Josh McCown as their quarterback coach, and Justin Jefferson with Thielen back, with Addison coming back from suspension later. Jordan Madison looked absolutely phenomenal. He was running the ball like crazy. Aaron Jones still did his thing. Hawk, like we said
last year, Justin Jefferson's going to make any quarterback look good.
Yeah.
He is that player. I've always thought he's better than Jamar Chase because, Justin Jefferson is turning quarterbacks into good quarterbacks, whereas Jamar Chase just throws a fit whenever someone lifts a pinky and does the fushigi finger on him.
He gets one target, and he's like, all right, well, I'll just give up on the season after that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he plays good, but
JJ,
I love me some Jefferson.
all I know is that that's 2 LSU boys, and if it's not them, it's Ohio State who's pumping them out like it's nobody's business.
Yeah. The Titans and the Broncos up in Mile High. The Titans lost.
This game
20-12.
sucked.
It was getting a little scary for the Broncos for a second.
It was, yeah. Titans
But-
defense actually is what held them together because their offensive line let everything come at Cam Ward like it was nothing. He had, 6 sacks on the day? It was, oh, man, it was rough for that offensive line. But the defense was the bright spot.
It was. And did you know L'Jarius Sneed wasn't even out in that second half?
I did not know that, actually.
Titans fans, you guys got to go on strike and get your coach out of there. I can't even remember his name. Callahan? Is that what his name is?
Yeah.
Something Callahan? Dude, he's a terrible coach. Why are you taking Sneed out halfway through? And then, what happened? Cortland Sutton started they just started eating that second half.
I don't know why you'd ever bring a coach in from the Bengals. He was the offensive coordinator under, who's the Bengals head coach? I don't know why I can't. Guy. Dude. Bro.
Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner?
Yeah. Green Lantern legend. Yeah, I'm actually blanking on the Bengals coach right now. I can't even lie.
I can see his ugly little face.
Either way, he came from the Bengals.
That's how you should know. If it came from that guy's coaching tree, it wasn't going to be worth anything.
We didn't have to go root for root,
bar for
when
bar.
it comes from the Bengals. You just kind of know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got to go. The Titans, they could be a good team, but I think it's just coaching.
Yeah.
Since Vrabel's left.
If Vrabel was that...
No, since A.J. Brown left and then Vrabel basically checked out.
Derrick Henry left.
Yeah, that was the fall there. It's just all ownership and...
Yep.
Cam Ward, he looked like a rookie quarterback week 1. I mean, I think every week 1 quarterback doesn't do anything crazy, but don't sleep on Cam Ward. Wait till week 2. You're going to start hearing about him, just like with Deshaun Watson, Jane Daniels. He's going to be good. He's going to come out. I mean, he played... And the Denver defense is good.
He played
really
statistically
good, so.
The best defense in the league last year.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
I mean, does the Titans...
The Typhoons.
Does the Titans defense...
Oh, that goes hard, actually. Tennessee Typhoons.
Does the Titans defense... Is it legit enough
Japan,
for them
Tennessee?
To make a playoff run?
Is their defense good enough to make a playoff run?
Can the Titans defense carry them enough to do a Bo Nix type situation with Denver last year?
I think kind of earlier with the Jets and Steelers, if they're in the NFC, yes. But,
that's tough.
I mean, the division's not that tough, though. I mean, I think the Texans are going to be a little laid back. Not laid back, but not as good this year. And same thing with the Jags. They're mediocre. Colts, I mean, I guess they could be something, but the division's nothing that crazy. It's not the NFC North or the AFC West.
They definitely
North.
They have a shot, but that's...
Now, if Cam Ward can ball out, just like the Commanders last year, pair that with the defense, yes. For sure. Yes. But they don't have the pieces like the Commanders did last year. They don't have Terry McLaurin and a good run game. I mean, they got Calvin Ridley with 6 drops.
Yeah.
And Tyler Lockett, who also just physically drops when he catches the ball.
Literally.
So, you got nothing but drops on the Titans.
It's very unfortunate.
So
very unfortunate for them. They need to get some playmakers in there, help them out. Get a couple O-line pieces. Not even a couple. Just redo the entire O-line. Why not?
Change it to the Tennessee Typhoons. Just
rebrand.
Just get rid of all, actually.
Just move out of the NFL.
The Lions went to your house at this house. No, I'm just kidding. In Green Bay. Micah's first game.
They walked into our trap.
Tell me how that went.
They walked into our trap. They tried to take over the trap. It was very unsuccessful. Micah Parsons has arrived. The defense is going to be probably top 2, if not 2, in the league. This team is only going to be
Mike only played like what, 50 snap or like half the snaps?
half the snaps, and it's still every time he was in there rushing, it was
felt
a TFL or an interception was one of them, or one of them.
They're also double teaming him too, so that just gave more room. Can you imagine just 100% of the time, and then everyone's going to eat.
Van Ness played his best game as a Packer. He had 4 pressures on the quarterback. That's more than like weeks 1 through 8 combined last year.
Wow.
So he's up the middle now, and you just see Hercules coming at you, and you're like a rookie guard or center who's just a little undersized. You're getting ran over now. And that is
probably choosing to step aside.
Just literally
come on through, big man.
So I think the Packers are legitimate Super Bowl contenders this year. I think they look better than Philly on defense. So as a Packers fan, I can confidently say for the first time in a while, I am not worried about the NFC.
Nice.
This team,
and Love looked good too.
He looked really good.
I mean, your defense did turn it. I mean, they are top 5, I would say. But if you got Love throwing like that he looked like he was seeing no one on the field but his receivers. Like there's
nothing but green jerseys.
Nothing but green. I mean, he looked so comfortable.
Yes.
I haven't seen a quarterback look that comfortable in a while, actually.
Yeah, he looked great. We still have Josh Jacobs, who didn't do much until the second half. So, I mean, you imagine him just controlling the whole game, and then you have Matthew Golden and Tucker Kraft and Jaden Reed and Romeo Dobbs and Dontavian Wicks, Luke Musgrave. Malik Heath will hop in there.
Chiefs need to trade for Malik Heath.
Yeah, they got to do something.
If you don't know Malik Heath, you won't know until he comes to the Chiefs.
You won't. Not the stacked wide receiver room we have right now.
But I think us Chiefs fans, we all need to band together and email the Chiefs front office, drive up there, something, and propose that we trade for Malik Heath for just a 7th round.
Email
7th round pick.
You got to email Veach.
For Veach.
Email him.
For Heath.
I emailed Brian Gutekunst and told him he had to bring somebody in, and he brought in Micah Parsons.
Packers fans are owners, so you guys kind of have to.
You just got to look up brett.veach@chiefs.com, and that's probably the right handle.
At Outlook. It's probably something stupid simple.
Detroit looked like they were missing their coordinators pretty well, honestly. And not only their coordinators, but probably 3 to 4 coaches from each side of the ball that went with those coordinators. So they kind of look like they were a little confused. I will say they lost Ragnow, whatever his name. Yeah, the center, and they lost a guard as well. So I mean, they got 2 new guys in there. It just did not look like up front was very good communicating.
I think they're missing their coordinators right now. In the first month, they're probably going to miss it, but I think the Lions will be just fine. Mainly because, first off, Ben Johnson looked like Eberflus out there. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
There's nothing different about I saw maybe some plays he brought in from the Lions, and he did those, but it had not of the same outcome because you don't have Sonic and Knuckles back there. You got DeAndre Wind and
Roscoe Johnson.
Yeah, so
Roshan.
And then I think the Eagles already proved that coordinators don't matter.
Yeah, Detroit's they got to find their identity. They have to just get the ball.
I think they just gotta get some wins off. Dan Campbell's going to get those guys together.
Yeah, that's a good coach to have.
They got better when Campbell got there, anyways. They're not going to just fall flat on their face.
They just gotta keep Jared Goff clean. They'll be fine.
And that just gives the new coordinators opportunity to show what they are. It's week 1. They're probably nervous. They probably didn't have it. They're learning too. There's going to be some lessons. I think the Lions will be fine. So
yeah, I agree.
I mean, unfortunately for you, it might, but
they'll be fine.
Hey, if they're not good, that would be cool for probably a lot of people.
I think that
Lions fans.
I think they're going to be fine, but they're a step down.
And your guys' defense,
yeah. Like I said, I'm not.
That was scary.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
Scary
baby.
to witness with my own Cyclops eyes.
All right, now let's move on to Houston at LA. Matthew Stafford did play well. Puka Nacua was bleeding out of his head. That was really cool to see. Not
it's a
really.
daily occurrence for him, though.
Yeah, he just takes it.
He just does that every morning just to harden up.
He probably took his helmet and just started banging it, and we didn't get any camera coverage.
Yeah.
It was really.
He carries a meat cleaver to each game, and he turns it to the spike side, and that's how he gets himself riled up.
Gets a trainer, bring a torch, heats it up, then just brands himself with every hit.
Yeah.
That's
how they do it with tattoos too. They get the design on it and just. Ooh, can you imagine? Just a quick tattoo, like a stamp tattoo, where they put all the needles. They preset the needles, like a 3D printed stamp.
They have those, stamp tattoos. Yeah, it's like an actual print, and it's got a bunch of Of course they actually do.
Anytime I think of it, anything innovative, there's already a stupid invention for it.
We're light years behind right now.
All right, whatever.
Bold take.
Back on topic.
We got a bold take or bad take.
Bold take, bad take.
Do the Texans finish under 500?
I already knew where you were going there. Yeah, the Texans are going to finish under 500. Last year, they fell off from the year before, and then this year, their offensive line fell off from the year before. And I think them losing Stephon Diggs actually is going to hurt. I mean, yeah, he got hurt last season, and that's kind of when they fell apart. But I think they should have brought Stephon back this year.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like a whole Marquise Brown situation where he got hurt and the Chiefs were still like, hey, let's bring him back. Let's find out.
Yes, so. I think they should have stuck with Stephon because Christian Kirk is not Stephon.
No, and they got to get Jaden Higgins up to speed.
Yeah.
And all you got is Nico Collins out there. Tank Dell's, unfortunately, just gone.
Yeah, he's probably gone.
Very unfortunate.
I think the Texans' defense, now that's not anything crazy to say because I don't think their defense is that crazy anyways, but I think that's the only thing that's going to take them far. So I do think they finish under 500. Kind of another reset for the Texans. They have another good draft, and they'll be right back at it next year.
Yeah.
It happens. I mean, some teams, it's just not the year. Like the 49ers last year. Well, I mean, I just think that's it for Houston this year. And C.J. Stroud can have a sophomore plus slump.
Sophomore plus.
A sophomore premium plus.
Premium
$9.99 a month.
$12.99 a month. No ads.
Yeah. No, with ads. That's $15.99.
With one ad per minute instead of 4 per minute.
All right. Game of the year, and it's only week 1, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to hear game of the year probably 20 more times.
I'm hoping.
But this game was good.
It was great.
Baltimore was up 40-25 with, I think, less than 5 minutes left. I forgot how much time exactly.
It was 3:56 or 3:58 or something on the clock. So, yeah, it was 40-25, down 15. And somehow they just scored. And then
Derrick Henry fumbled.
And then they scored. And then they
scored
again.
And, yeah.
Matt Prater looked like he was coaching, and he just put on a fucking kicker outfit and said, all right, let me kick this ball.
Dude, it looked like they went to some random dude some random old guy in the stands and threw a uniform on him and said, can you kick this through?
They had a Bills media thing, and it was them talking to him, and they were like, yeah, when we saw Matt Prater come in, we had no idea he was a player. We thought he was a coach or something. And
they were actually driving into the stadium, and they saw an old guy go through the table on fire. They're like, that was impressive. And they walked up, and
Matt Prater's.
It was Matt Prater.
Matt Prater's just out there, just big chilling.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just trying to take that hot wings. Blue cheese.
So, yeah, very, very good game. Buffalo came out on top. If there was no outcome to this game, if you just looked at the stats, kind of like Joe Burrow in an MVP situation last year, if you just looked at the stats, who was the MVP of this game? Was it Derrick Henry? Was it Josh Allen? Was it Lamar Jackson? Maybe someone else in there.
Unfortunately, as much as I love Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, if it wasn't for Derrick Henry, that game wouldn't have been 40-25. So I will say that if it wasn't for Lamar Jackson, that game wouldn't be 40-25. But without Josh Allen, there is no 41-40. So I would have to say Josh Allen is the sole reason who was the MVP of the game.
Yeah, I agree, because just with Josh Allen, the Bills, it was just Josh Allen. Sure, you could throw in a little Keon Coleman in there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like the Ravens, they had Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry getting it done. I mean, if there's no Derrick Henry there, Lamar Jackson probably would have ran for 100-something yards anyways. So, yeah.
I agree.
I would say, yeah, Josh Allen was the MVP of that game.
Josh Allen was the man. He definitely showed everyone and said, hey, this is why I got MVP last year over him. So, fortunately, that shouldn't have been. But
yeah, I do still think Lamar Jackson should have won MVP.
You can't throw 41 touchdowns and 4 picks and not.
All because you had half the amount of rushing touchdowns.
But 900 and something rushing yards.
Yeah. They didn't even look at the yards.
They were like, 4 touchdowns.
Allen didn't even I don't think he had 900 yards. He had 600?
He had 26 or 28 touchdowns thrown. That's all I know. And that's just not.
Yeah, basically half the amount of, a little over half. But
on to Monday Night Football, which was actually a terrible game until the fourth quarter, and then it wasn't. Minnesota and J.J. McCarthy finally got it done. It took him 3 quarters, but then J.J. McCarthy looked like he just knew what was going on in the second half there.
He realized he had Justin Jefferson on his team.
He literally forgot. He literally forgot the whole game. He's like, he's open.
He had 20 yards in the first half, or 40.
Yeah.
48, I think it was, in the first half.
And then ended up with over 100 more yards, 2 touchdown passes, and a run.
Bears fans were already leaving the stadium because they thought they won. Not because of what happened later.
And then they came back in whenever they heard that they were up so much, and they were like, wow, that's actually really different. They came back in, and then they were like, no, this is just a typical Bears game where we let them come back in and we get our butt beat.
I didn't even really hear much of Bears fans on Twitter. It's like they just kind of knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, it's
unfortunate.
They were
it's
up.
A sad time.
They were up, and then they probably talked all their crap and then deleted it all off, and that was silent. We'll wait till next year. Ben Johnson looked absolutely he looked great the first drive with
hold on a second. Hold on a second. He did not look great. Anyone notice he was yellow?
Physically did not look great.
Looked great. I think someone needs to check on him. He's got jaundice, or he's drinking every night, or he's legitimately yellow.
He was pretty close.
I thought it was my TV until I saw everyone else was like, yeah, he was yellow.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, he looked like a yellow Eberflus.
He did.
There was nothing different.
There was just nothing good out of clock management.
No, Eberflus is on the Cowboys, by the way. Defensive coordinator. Figured that out.
Yeah, that one's a weird one.
Yeah,
it's a weird one.
But anyway, sorry.
But yeah, he had a good first drive. He had it all scripted out well. They moved down the field. After that, it was just like it had no sense of direction of how they wanted to play the game. Caleb Williams did miss a few passes, but he also made a lot of great throws. So, and he was moving around the pocket like Lamar Jackson. Like he was putting people on the ground.
Fast.
He is
he must have lost some weight this season because
they gave him
he did look like
tone,
Yeah, that's the word I'm trying to think of. He looked toned, and he was fast as hell when he started running. I was like, whoa, hold on a second. I don't think I paid enough attention last year, so maybe that he was just always fast. But dang, if Caleb Williams runs like that every game, doesn't take a sack and just runs. That's a sneaky fantasy pickup right there.
They just should give him just let him do
And he
some
rushed it in for a
just do
touchdown.
some read options with Swift and him just taking the ball and just running for like 20 yards down the field.
No, because Swift is my fantasy player, so I don't need
Well,
that happening.
Maybe Swift will get some better carries because they'll think they're going after Caleb and he'll get a couple open holes.
Yeah.
This could be a dual moment, but no, it won't happen because it's Ben Johnson who was actually yellow. Literally.
Yellow.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the wrap it up of the NFL Week 1.
Recap, wrap it up.
You can go ahead and comment, like, subscribe on YouTube. Would help us so much. Get us in the algorithm of other people. Share this video with anybody else.
We need to see what fans we have
Who's
in the
die
comments. So if you disagree with what we just said with your team, especially Falcons fans,
especially Falcons
reply.
Fans. Yeah,
I think I dogged them at Falcons.
You did
Pretty hard,
You did.
actually.
And
I have no beef or qualms.
I mean, you got the Bengals and the
Qualms.
the Texans and the Bengals. So it's like, yeah, those people are coming after you too because
I want Bengals fans to come after me. Jamar Chase can't even say our quarterback's name, bro. I don't care about them.
All right.
It's going to get heated. Cut it out.